Okay, like I said, I broke it off. This is part two of Message to Anti-Trappers. Okay, this is going to be graphic, 30 seconds here. And I want you to know it's going to be graphic. I'm going to show a couple of skinned out hides, but I want you to know that I'm doing this for a reason and a positive reason. I want you to see, in general, what the impact is of disease in wildlife and why us trappers do what we do and why population control is an important thing. Okay? This right here, you can see the difference. Okay? One hide is clean and white. Okay? Both of these hides right here, both these hides are clean and white. This is the way that a healthy animal looks. Okay? When it's skinned out. This one right here, sorry for how graphic it is, but this is nature, this is how it is. This right here is a diseased raccoon, okay? We've got clean, healthy hide, nice and white, and you have a diseased raccoon with a flesh-eating bacteria of some kind, okay? Now that's all I'm going to show of it. That right there is proof positive. I have gotten out of my trap line this year 2 diseased possums with flesh-eating bacteria of some kind, and 2 raccoons now with some kind of flesh-eating bacteria. Okay, this is nasty. On the outside appearance of these animals, they appear healthy, alert, and overall demeanor of these animals is completely normal. Yet, inside is a story that tells a complete difference. Okay? This is not what we want. We do not want this for the overall health of the herd of our animals. Period. It does nothing good for the animals out there. It would be nice if we could selectively choose diseased animals and the couple of injured animals that were not injured by hunters or trappers. But I've picked up three animals this year with broken legs, most likely by car hits. 2 with 3 legs, 1 broken. Okay? And stuff in nature happens, nasty stuff happens in nature. And I wish I could selectively pick out diseased and injured to get those out of the population and leave the other ones be. But there's no way to tell, guys. There's no way to tell. All right. Now, us good, positive sportsmen and trappers, we selectively choose what we take out of the wild. Period. We let young, small animals go unless they are injured by our trap sets, which is occasionally what happens. Not the majority of the time. If you come up upon us trappers, when we come up upon a trap and there's an animal in that trap and it is a young, small animal, we do the conscious decision to go and inspect the animal in the trap to make sure that number one, we don't see any visual appearance of injury caused by trap or otherwise. Any appearance of injury and any appearance of disease. And if it is a small animal, the majority of us trappers out there, us positive trappers, will go and release those vehicles or those animals. We'll go and release them from the trap unharmed. We gently release them from the trap and let them go. We selectively pick adult animals to take out of the population for the sound management of the overall species. Period. Release the small, providing they are in good shape, good condition, and healthy. We release them unharmed. That's big, guys. That right there needs to be spoken and needs to be told to our anti-community. Okay? Let's see what else there is. Yes. we follow the laws. Okay? Now, I am all about population control first and foremost. A lot of us hunters and trappers out there, the bulk majority of us, we love the wildlife. We love the woods. We love the animals. We truly, truly love the animals for what they are. We are not about kill, kill, kill. Though we speak it sometimes. It's not necessarily a good thing, guys. You can speak the trophies and take your pictures and enjoy your sport, but do it in a positive fashion to the public. Period. There's no room for negativity towards the public. Okay? Now, I am going to say that there's a couple practices that I disagree with. And I may disagree with them, but it doesn't mean it's wrong, and I can't take anybody out for doing these legal practices. Okay? With the trapping community, there's a couple of negative people out there, and people that are just, in general, what I would say would be a bad image on the trapping community. Okay? And I'm going to put it out there. There's some bad seeds in every group. No question. All right? One of the main things that I disagree with is I disagree with the trappers that use their catch and release poles to go and strangulate and choke out animals on their trap lines. Though it is completely legal to use a trapper catch and, a trapper release pole as a dispatch tool, my personal opinion is that is not a quick, humane kill of the animal. Personal opinion. I cannot base that upon fact. It may be just as humane as a typical dispatch with a .22 to the head. It may be. I don't have factual opinion on it, but my personal, uninformed belief in why I choose not to use that method of dispatch is I believe it is not a quick, humane kill of the animal. We want to be as humane as possible and set the positive image for our sport. So the dispatch poles, in my opinion, should be illegal in trapping. You may disagree with me, and if you do, put it down in the comments. And it is a practice, though, even though it's legal, I disagree with, and I choose not to partake in that method of dispatch. I believe it's wrong, even though it is legal. Okay? So I don't agree with everything these trappers are doing in general, across the board. But the majority of people out there, and I might be wrong with the dispatch pole. Maybe the strangulation is no worse than, a conibear kill trap. I don't have the facts. I don't know, but I choose not to do it because I don't feel personally that it's humane. I prefer to use a .22 pellet pistol or a .22 pistol or rifle to do my dispatches with one clean, humane shot, lights out, or a conibear kill trap because that is an ethical sportsman. Okay? So, I can disagree with the trapping community. I can disagree with the hunting community on a few things too. So, that being said, both sides of the fence need to be positive. Okay? The bad hunters and the bad trappers and the guys that harass, the guys on our pro hunting and trapping side that harass the antis are no better than the antis on the bad side of the antis that harass and steal and crookery and thievery our hunting and trapping community. So let's all agree, even though we disagree, to do it in a positive fashion. Okay? Moral of my story is both sides get along. Though we disagree, go about it in a positive manner. And I call in every time I get a trap stolen or I get my traps vandalized or tampered with. I call it into the DNR and I make a report. because I can do so because it is against the law to tamper or steal any hunting or trapping product. And it is against the law to harass a hunter for doing what is a legal sport. I call the DNR and or the conservation officer, and I make a report each time it happens in a positive fashion. Okay? For the sole fact that it is wrong to have my stuff screwed with when I am not breaking any laws. I am enjoying the wildlife. I'm bettering the habitat and wildlife. And I'm spending my time out in the woods because I'm passionate about it, and it's something that I truly enjoy. Okay? Anti-community. Stop messing with the people's stuff. Don't tamper, don't steal. It sets a bad image for the anti-trapping and hunting community. If you are going to have that opinion, so be it, but do it in a positive fashion. Call your legislators and tell them factual information of why you disagree with it. Call the Department of Natural Resources or stop by your local Department of Natural Resources office. Go talk to them with factual information of why you disagree with the hunting and trapping community and what we do. The DNR and the conservation officers and a few select others in the wildlife community make up the laws. And if there's a glitch in the law or a law that should be changed, that is the route to go. Both sides of the fence being a negative image, it ain't right. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that I get across to everybody out there. I hope that in watching this video, it has been a good, positive discussion on both sides of the fence. And I hope that this changes some of the attitudes of the negative side of the anti-trapping community that cannot keep their hands off and stop tampering with this stuff, because it does no good for the image of your anti-community. And honestly, it hurts my pocketbook. It costs me money. And in all reality, when you steal my products, I purchase new ones and I put them out there again. It's what I've got to do. But God damn it, it's making me broke. It takes a financial hit upon me for doing something that I enjoy, that is best for, in my opinion, that is best for the wildlife and conservation of these animals. And across the board, it is a nice positive thing, in my opinion, to do. Hunting, trapping, it feeds my family, and trapping, the fur auction, it brings additional income and much needed income to my family to support my fiance and kids. And it is getting me a chance to bring the kids out into the woods and to truly learn how nice these animals truly are. What are so special and what can really be looked upon as a positive thing, what is so unique and special about each of these species in which I trap and hunt. The inside and outs of them. It is a positive learning experience for the youth. I bring my children out in the woods. I teach them about the animals, that not necessarily is killing a bad thing, but it is for the betterment of the overall species. And I discuss and talk about each species individually, the individual, really unique, awesome stuff about them. The unique characteristics about each animal. It's a beautiful thing. It's an informative thing, and a very positive thing to do with the youth. And any person that is not a trapper or a hunter when I speak to them, and they've never done it before, and they don't have an opinion either way on either side of the fence, when I speak to them, I tell them that I am a hunter or a trapper. And if they ask about it, I tell them factual information in a positive manner. And if they lean to the side where they could consider being a hunter or a trapper, I offer them to give them information. I offer them to get them the right avenues to learn. And I also offer them the opportunity to discuss personally with me how to get into the sport and build their knowledge on the sport in a positive fashion that is not only good for the hunting and trapping community, but good for the overall population and health and wildlife and habitat. Okay? And a lot of times I sway the people that are in the middle that have no leniency either way, anti or pro. A lot of times I bring them out there. I give them an experience, a good positive experience, and I let them make the choice of whether or not they want to take this on as a sport or hobby of their own. And if they don't, at least you left with the proper knowledge that is best on both sides of the fence. Beautiful thing. And if you're somebody that wants to get into hunting and trapping, this guy right here is always willing to teach old or middle-aged, and especially the youth. I will teach you positive, law-abiding ways to get into the hunting and trapping sports, because that is the up-and-comers, that is the people coming in, regardless of age, up-and-comers, old-timers, older guys that are just starting off, and the youth, like my children, that will keep this hunting and trapping community going, and when taught properly, they will keep it going in a good, positive fashion, as it should be. So, I think this is where I'm going to close this video. I hope it's been informative. I hope that on the negative side, or not the negative side, but the disagreeing side, the anti side, I hope it sets an image that we don't hate you. We may disagree with you. You may frustrate us. And we may not like the fact that you steal, damage, vandalize, or otherwise tamper with our products. It may irritate us and anger us. But in general, the positive anti-trapper, we believe that you are not a bad person. Though you may be misinformed, you may not have the knowledge, but you are not a bad person in my eyes. I do not believe you are a bad person, but set your image properly and quit tampering with my stuff, quit stealing my stuff, because it does nothing good for your community. And on the positive hunting side, we need to set a good example on our behalf to, even though a difference in opinion, we need to tolerate the antis, providing they're good positive antis. Talk to them with fact, logic, positivity, calmness, and that'll get you far. So, I hope this meant something to both sides of the fence. And if the people that are tampering with my stuff, if you're watching this, I hope that kind of changes your outlook on it. I'm going to probably leave it at that. And again, I'd like to hear all of your comments. Put your comments in the comment section down below. I hope that I have kept this a positive message for both sides. And I hope that this sets a good I hope that it sets a good image across the board, antis and pro hunters and trappers, okay, anti-hunters and anti-trappers. Hopefully it sets a good image for everybody in an open forum down below in the on the comment section down below. No hate, talk fact. Put your comments down there. Don't blast each other's sides. Don't blast, because if you blast, I will delete your comments. But a good discussion, positive discussion either way, may happen down there in the comment box, and I promise you I will reply to every one of your comments. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on these videos, the two-part series that I just put up. It means something to me, guys, and I want to make sure that this two-part video, I would absolutely love it if it became a viral video. Click it, share it, send it out there. Both sides of the fence. Pro hunters, pro trappers, anti-hunters, anti-trappers. Both sides of the fence. Share it to your communities individually and set that good example for both sides. I hope this video goes viral. I hope this becomes my most viewed video. And I hope that everybody out there, either side, I want you to watch this guy do it the good, positive, humane way that supports our wildlife across the board. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Mad Nasty Trapping, Dan Edwards here. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, hit that notification bell. Check me out on Facebook, Dan Edwards on Facebook. Facebook Messenger, Dan Edwards. Hit me up on the Snapchat, Mad Nasty Trappin' on Snapchat. Hit me up on Instagram, Mad Nasty Trapping on Instagram. And yeah, let's keep it positive, both sides. Let's get a good discussion going in the comments below. And I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. It's 2 a.m. I hit the trap line tonight. And 1 coon, 3 tampered traps, 2 false sets, all reset, all rebaited. And the tampered ones, they're all reset. And I reset them with another 6 hours of darkness. Baby, tomorrow night, when I go and check these tampered with traps that I just reset, because you silly guys out there that tampered and stuck your sticks in my trap. You did it during the daytime. I went in tonight in the early evening and I reset those traps, and I'll bet you that when I go in there tomorrow, the tampered with traps will have critters in them. Let's keep it positive, guys. I love the sport. I know you love the sport. And if you're an anti, I think that you are good people in general.